me certain stories that you do upload in here on a daily. Now, the jinx, you can call it the curse that has been on Arsenal for 2 decades plus, has obviously gone ahead to obviously come to an end. And obviously, this is what I waited for. I waited for this. I predicted this before the season started. I've been behind this team because I need to eat that. It was their moment. It was their time. I know there are ups and there are ups and downs, highs and lows, but because a team like Arsenal that had not won a league, I knew that these things would obviously come up, but finally they've gone ahead to get over the line. And remember, out of these remaining games, there is one game I pointed out. It was the game of Bournemouth that I really said that it's obviously going to be hard for the club of Man City to come out and really get 3 points out of it, because no team has gone ahead to beat this side home and away this season. And we know that this club went at Emirates and beat Arsenal. So the team that went and beat Arsenal, because if Arsenal never went ahead to win the league, one of the games they would have gone ahead to regret having not gone ahead obviously collect 3 points from was the game of Bournemouth. That is it. Bournemouth is really one of those that had gone ahead to obviously put a stench into the Arsenal's chances of lifting the league. And it's the same team that has gone ahead to obviously gift the league back to the club of Arsenal, even though Arsenal would have gone ahead to play over the weekend and obviously win and then collect the trophy. But Bournemouth were like, we came there, collected 3 points. Let's obviously go ahead and do it against City. And indeed, they really did it against City. And Arsenal are the Premier League champions of the season 2025-2026. And congratulations to Arsenal. Congratulations to Arsenal fans all over the world. This is what it means when you lift a trophy. This is the happiness you guys have always gone ahead waiting for. I do have a person known as... I do have a person, a friend known as Nsereko, and for the very long period of time he supports Arsenal. He has always been telling me, I've never seen Arsenal lifting a trophy. I've supported it, but by the time they're supporting it, they never won a major trophy, neither Premier League or the Champions League. And I was like, this season is yours. I don't know why. Me as a person who doesn't support Arsenal, I was really sure that this trophy is going to Arsenal, But people who have been supporting Arsenal were like, no way. It's not going to obviously come to the side of Arsenal. But let me assure you, things happen, and Arsenal are the Premier League champions of 2025-2026. Now, why did I believe in Arsenal? 1, 2022-2023 season, I've been predicting that Arsenal will win the league. By the way, from that season of 2022 when Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko came in through, I've been predicting that they will obviously win the league. But all of those seasons, they've been close. But what went ahead to stop Arsenal from really lifting the league? You know it very well, that what has always stopped Arsenal from lifting the league has been their squad. Their squad was really not up to the standards. We all know that. But when this guy came in through, Andre Bata, he knew exactly what the problem was at Arsenal. The problem at Arsenal was all about the squad. They had players, but when you took out the first 11, the second 11 couldn't obviously come in through and match the levels of those players that came in through as first team players in there for you. So that was the first problem that Arsenal really went ahead to obviously face. Now, after that, Arsenal went ahead to obviously have a problem of injuries. And if there is something they need to find a solution for, this was one of those. Injuries had turned out to be a very severe problem to the club of Arsenal, and they found a solution for that. And indeed, you saw to it that they had in players that could obviously come off the bench and obviously fit in well like a glove for the club of Arsenal. So, as it stands, I tell you, Arsenal is going to be one of those hard clubs to beat in the league, because if you look at what they were some seasons back, they are totally a different team now. Because if you had Ben White playing as the right back, and I think left back you had Zinchenko, central defense Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba, Tomiyasu, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Jorginho, Saka. By the Saka had no cover-up, but Noni Madueke has gone ahead to do a wonderful job. And Max Doman this season, each and every time Saka has been away, he has obviously gone ahead to come in through and really put in a very huge show in there for you. So, after that, you'll talk about Odegaard, who had no replacement in there. Martinelli, Trossard, that wing at least was a little bit secure. Gabriel Jesus, he was the only number 9 they had, Now they brought in Gyökeres, Now, when you look at that squad that they had today, indeed, it came up and obviously got things right. And after getting things right, the side of Arsenal has gone ahead, obviously, find itself in a position of really winning the league. And indeed, their squad was really very, very, very important. And I told you that this has always been what we call a squad game. You understand? It has always been a squad game. I tell you, it has always been a squad game. And indeed, it has paid off. Because when you look at 2023, 2024, Man City won the league on the last day, But I think Man City were 2 points ahead of Arsenal. And if Arsenal really had a very good squad, they would have gone ahead to win it even before City reached there. You understand? Now, when Andre Batha came in through, he made a very beautiful assessment. And why I loved him immediately was he knew to it that he needed to bring in very many players. That is it. He needed to bring in very, very many players. And guys, buy Super Chats. Support this channel by buying Super Chats, because I see lots of messages flocking into the live chat. And if I don't read your message, please don't think that I've ignored you, but there are really many. But for easy identification, go ahead and really buy Super Chats. Now, when Andre Batha came in through, Andre Batha was like, Arsenal needs players, right? In plenty. And he was like, Martin Zubimendi, come in, 60 million euros. Get in Kepa Arrizabalaga to compete with a player called David Raya. Get in Hincapie and Mosquera to come up and play into the central defense and fullback positions respectively. Go ahead and obviously get in another player known as Norgard to strengthen the midfield, because they had lost 2 midfielders, Jorginho and Declan Rice, in there for you. After there, go ahead and really get in a player called what's his name? Get in Noni Madueke to act as a cover or an understudy for Bukayo Saka, right? And they did that well. Then for Martin Odegaard, he went ahead to obviously lack what we call a player who can obviously come in through and effectively fill up his boots. They went ahead and obviously got in a player known as Ebelechi Eze. So, after getting in all those players, and as we count, those were 8 signings. Arsenal brought in 8 players. You understand? So, if you bring in 8, that means you've gone ahead to really do the needful. And all these players have been offering what we call competition to these players. Others came in through as instant first-team starters, like Martin Zubimendi, and others, Martin Zubimendi and Victor Gyökeres, went ahead to come in through as instant starters, and others, the Ezes, just went ahead to get into the team. But as they grew into the team, a lot went ahead to happen, and they've gone ahead to produce brilliant moments. Look at Mosquera, in those days where Magalhaes was away, and Saliba, he partnered with Nkapie in the central defense, and they really played very well, and they collected good, serious points for the club of Arsenal. But if I thought it was last season, you would have gone ahead to see Arsenal really fidgeting around to obviously coming through and play into that particular position. So Arsenal should give kudos to the decision that was made by the board to obviously get in a man known as Andre Batha. And I tell you, it's not ending last summer. Even this summer, Arsenal are really going to go mad into the market, because the list of players that are obviously going to be leaving the club of Arsenal is increasing every other day that really comes up. So guys, once again, welcome to this channel. Now, I was obviously giving you a synopsis of Arsenal from 2022-2023 season to the season of 2025-2026, where Arsenal have gone ahead to become Premier League champions. And indeed, you've gone ahead to obviously understand what this means. Now, Arsenal have been watching this game. Arsenal fans all over the world have been watching this game, and they knew to it that all they needed was to see Arsenal coming in through and, Man City not walking away with 3 points. But if you are a regular on this channel, you know what Rokani told you about this game. I told you, Everton, I was suspicious that Man City would obviously drop points, but I would easily give them a win, and they took an early lead into that game of football. But Everton came out, somersaulted, and indeed, it went ahead and obviously give Man City hard time, and the game ended 3-3. But the game I was 100% sure of that Man City cannot survive was this game of Bournemouth, because Bournemouth at home, they are one of the hardest sides to beat. Their manager, although he has obviously gone ahead to say he's not staying there next season, he's looking for other greener pastures. He has, at a certain point X, proven to us that indeed he is that manager that can handle pressure at all stages. And he has outplayed Man City today. He really had big chances than City, and they just went ahead to see to it that all goes on well as there. So Man City went ahead to concede in the 38th minute. Half time ended when City is trailing by 1 goal. Well, City went ahead to put up a fight, but I don't think it was really enough to obviously see to it that they find themselves in a position of really registering something more than that. So City came up and they wouldn't stop Bournemouth. I saw Pep, who is said to be leaving the side of City, obviously not looking fine, because he thought that he could do something and drop in a shocker for them. But indeed, Arteta has gone ahead to obviously outsmart his master. Arteta has outshined his master today. I tell you, he has outshined his master today. I'm talking about Mikel Arteta. He has obviously won the Premier League for Arsenal, something that he failed to do for Arsenal when he was their manager, So he has put out a very huge performance, and if you don't love Arteta, then you shouldn't. If you don't love Arteta, then football is not meant for you. The lad has put out a convincing fight, from 2022-2023 season to 2024-2025 season. He has been the second runner-up always. He has always been the second runner-up. And indeed, he has finally harvested, And this is where consistency pays you the best of the best. And indeed, the manager of Arsenal has gone ahead to reap what he sowed for the previous seasons. Now, when you look at the stats of the game, Bournemouth had 9 shots. City had 11 shots. 3 shots on target by Bournemouth and 3 shots on target by Man City. 45% ball possession by Bournemouth and 55% ball possession by Man City. 423 passes completed by Bournemouth. City completed 488. 82% passing accuracy by Bournemouth, 89% passing accuracy by Man City, 16 fouls by Bournemouth, and 7 fouls by City. 4 yellow cards to Bournemouth and 1 yellow card to City. 0 red cards to both sides, 2 offsides to either sides, 7 corners to Bournemouth and 6 corners to the side of Manchester City, and the game ended 1-1. At the look of the table, now let's obviously get down there and see how is the table looking and why has Arsenal gone ahead to be gifted the trophy tonight, because some people haven't obviously gone ahead to know what the mathematics is like. Now, the mathematics is as follows. Arsenal, with 37 games level with a team known as City, they've gone ahead to collect 82 points. City, 37 games, they've collected 78 points. Now, City is left with 1 game, and even Arsenal is left with 1 game. Even if Arsenal is beaten, and City wins, the best they can get, or the best they can get to, is 81 points. You understand? So that means Arsenal is ahead of them by 4, and obviously it's a win. Sorry, it's what we call something that City cannot reach. So it is done. It is done and dusted. Arsenal are the are the Premier League champions in there, and that is the first major trophy in the cupboard of Mikel Arteta. And whoever doubted Arteta, now, come on and really say your words. I've already told you, why have I obviously gone ahead to believe in this? It's because I do believe that people like Arteta deserve to see their team win, because if their team wins, we who support Man United, and we've just gone ahead to bring in Michael Carrick, and our problems have been sacking managers every other day, every other season that passes by, believe that people at Man United will be like, Arteta was given 6 seasons, and he has gone ahead to win a trophy, in his in almost his 6th, 7th season at Arsenal. So why sack a manager when things are not really working on well? You understand? So he has gone ahead to obviously set a precedent that I think it's really great and it's really good. And I know it's going to be used as a yardstick and a blueprint by teams that really want to obviously grow. Now, all what Arteta needed was to see himself lift the league in there for you, and indeed he has gone ahead to lift it. Close to 300 people watching in through, and we are having only 45 likes. Let us smash the like button to 300, guys. Smash the like button to 300 in there for you. So Arsenal are the champions, and City has always gone ahead to see City has always gone ahead to send teams in somber modes, and it's really one of those that we will be doing. And Guardiola decision to be made over his future. Pep has said he will take a decision at the end of the season over his future, and this is what he told Sky Sports. Now, I can say I have 1 more year of my contract, and we had many years of winning. The first person who has to talk is the chairman. When we finish the season, we will talk and take a decision. I'm the happiest man on the planet to be at this club. It's extraordinary. That's what Pep has gone ahead to say. Now, Arteta's coming in through, obviously, it's sending tenterhooks and shockwaves to Pep. I think Pep wanted to leave is it last season? He wanted to leave. Even the other season he wanted to leave when he had obviously gone ahead to win. But I think him leaving without winning a major trophy for City is something that will be really itching him. With the squad that he's really having, that's why he cannot confirm that he's leaving. Though Enzo Maresca is one of those that has already been lined up to replace him, and Pep has gone ahead to obviously front him as his successor. But the Arteta factor won't be overlooked, because Arteta has put out a very big fight since the season of 2022-2023 till now. All those seasons, 2023, 2024, 2025. For 4 consecutive seasons, he has been hugely competing for the trophy, and it has always been slipping through his hands. But now he has obviously gone ahead to do the needful, and the needful is what we are seeing right about now. And it's really great to see to it that a man like him has gone ahead to put out a performance, and the team of Arsenal is lifting the league. So many people have come up and obviously had to say about this in there for you, and we are here to obviously see how things really happen. And Arsenal is celebrating already, I tell you. Arsenal players are celebrating on Instagram. They're obviously putting out photos, meaning that they've been watching this game together. It was a head watch along in there for you. Arsenal is buzzing, right? They are buzzing, and London is buzzing. North London is buzzing. Even here in Kampala, Uganda, guys, the scenes outside Emirates are really, 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 really good. And I'm obviously going to be taking you there to show you how things are really panning out in there for you. Arsenal players have celebrated, and indeed, they've gone ahead to obviously see themselves really put out posts. Declan Rice took to his Instagram and posted this photo when he was with his fellow players as they watched this game. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's try to bring out these photos that these players of Arsenal have gone ahead to post on their socials. And that is Declan Rice and all the Arsenal players. You understand? In there, watching this game of football, and they're like, we are supposed to win, and we've gone ahead to take the win. That's what Declan Rice has gone ahead to obviously post onto his Instagram. And he has been joined by other players in there for you. So it's their day. Let them celebrate and prepare for Sunday, because Sunday is really going to be the day that Martin Odegaard will lift the trophy as the captain of Arsenal. And the last captain of Arsenal to lift the trophy of the Premier League was none other than Patrick Vieira, and it's going to be Martin Odegaard coming in through. 22 years later, Arsenal are the champions of the Premier League. Guys, it's really one of those moments that you have to celebrate in as a person of Arsenal. It's a moment that you should love, unforgettable moment. It is one of those these people will celebrate. And where will this leave those fans who are like, Arteta is a bad manager, he's unlucky? I landed into one of my people that I obviously talk with at like on TikTok, and he used to say Arsenal is unlucky, Arteta is unlucky, they are cast. And I told him, no, it's not all about that, because you know what it takes for a club to go ahead and obviously lift the league. And you have to obviously be very, very, very analytical to obviously come to that. And your stats were not really giving enough. So that is it. And secondly, where are those who always said that for a team to win a league, they need to have a 20-goal league striker? Where are all those? Where are all those? For me, I told you, I've seen Mourinho win a league without a person, without a striker who has not gone ahead to score 20 goals in the Premier League. Now, Arsenal's top scorer is Victor Gyökeres with 14 goals, and we've seen Arsenal having people who have been scoring goals like those. But the collective effort of scoring goals is really very important. You understand? It's really very, very, very important. And how they've gone ahead to defend. Arsenal have gone ahead to win 8 games on a margin of 1 goal, 1-0, and that 1-0 is magical, and most of the teams that have gone ahead to obviously win the league have found themselves into that winning ratio, 1-0, I think Leicester had 9 1-0s, Arsenal is having 8, and they might obviously equal that record of Leicester, For Chelsea, I think they even had more, because for Jose Mourinho, he could come, score that 1 goal, and obviously park the bus, make it hard for you to obviously come up and do the needful. Now, you are going to find people come out and say, we need to see people who obviously, we need to see Arsenal playing beautiful football. And I've already told you that Arteta came in through here, especially that season of 2022-2023, where he brought in Zinchenko, he brought in Gabriel Jesus, he brought in Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos. This man came up and played the best football ever I've seen Arsenal play. It was tiki-taka with a high press, speed, mobility, agility, and they fell off, because if you are to win the league, there are games you'll play well and there are games you won't really play well. And that's exactly what the manager of Arsenal really came up with. So I don't want to come out here and really hear anyone say that Arteta didn't play some good football. All what Arsenal needed was a trophy, and he has delivered the trophy. For me, the style of football does not matter. You understand? All what matters is what we call the trophy. Because what will be remembered about Arteta is winning the trophy, not playing beautiful football. Arsene Wenger never at any one point changed his style of play. Arsenal was one of the teams that could play flamboyant football. Tiki-taka, free-flowing football, and even if they are really taking a lead, they won't park the bus. They'll attack you, and they could pass that ball from their first third to the final third of the pitch and obviously do the needful. But this time round, that wasn't the case. Arteta was like, I need to just collect points. And for those that think it only applies to Arsenal, even Erling Haaland, when they beat Burnley by 1-0, when he was asked, he was like, all we need is a win. There comes a point when beautifying your style of play doesn't matter. What matters is how you get in those 3 points. You understand? So that is how things are really panning out for the side of Arsenal. And indeed, they are the champion. They are the English Premier League champions. And I really love what I'm seeing. And it's really important to obviously see what Arsenal really puts out. But indeed, good presence. They've represented very well. They've gone ahead to put out a fight. Arsenal are the Premier League champions. Now, let me obviously head into what you guys have gone ahead to say in here, and then we will see how things obviously pan out. Erling Haaland went ahead to hold his face in frustration because he knows exactly what it means. If you test glory, the next time you obviously come up, the next time you come up in such moments, you will try to do the needful in there for you. And obviously, people are saying Pep Guardiola is the greatest manager of our generation. But let me tell you, Arteta is here to build another generation. Yes, if Pep Guardiola leaves, if Pep leaves, Arteta is going to be left with Ancelotti, Michael Carrick, Xabi Alonso to compete with. You get? So, I think and Enzo Maresca. I think Arteta has more experience than all of those. That is it when it comes to the Premier League. Meaning that he might turn out to be another Pep, who will win trebles, who will win like Premier League like for 2-3 consecutive seasons, because I can authoritatively say even next season, he's winning it. He's winning it. That is it. He's winning it. And though there is a World Cup factor, but he's winning it. Zuma Richard, good evening, Aradi. Happiness all over the world. Patrick Ekering, this is what we have been waiting for. All right. Then Juma says, Rokani, I'm waiting for you. All right. I came in through. Sebaduka said, Lucas Hayes, Mr. Rokani, your prophecy has come true. Congratulations. I said it, and I was like, Arsenal will win the league. Divine Connect channel, waiting for you, brother, because you've been keeping your word that Arsenal will be champions of the English Premier League. Yes, I never ate my words at any point. Justin says, to all Arsenal fans, thanks. Bronya Wilson Rokani, thanks for standing with us, please. You will always remain in our hearts as the best football analyst. All right, I'm humbled. Then, Olport. I am a United fan, but Arsenal deserved the trophy this season. Indeed, they did. Good evening, Mr. Aradi. Thanks for the updates. Arsenal have won the Premier League. Gunners for life. Thank you. Then Bonya Wilson, always remain like that. Toby says, God has done Arsenal justice. Toby Maguire, we deserve the trophy. Inziku Cosmas, Aradi, I bet Arsenal to win EPL with Man City. We bet for 50,000 now. From now, I'm just going to get my money now because before sleeping, you know, football, you said Man City will not, but what are you saying? Aradi, I bet Arsenal to win EPL with Man City. We bet 50 now. From now, I'm just going to get my money. Oh, you bet. All right, you're going to enjoy your money. Archie Best, good evening. Then Kennedy, happiest moment as an Arsenal fan since 1988. Oh, God is faithful. Hard work produces sweet fruits. That is it. Jonathan says, what happened to Pierre Hincapie? I realized God was breaking the 22-year-old's curse. Oh, when he landed yesterday and his entire bum was out. Aikoboa says, you deserve your flowers because your prediction is real. Thank you. Kusemerera says, will Timber play in the Champions League finale? Obviously, he will. The manager of Netherlands has just gone ahead to confirm that Timber is training and very soon will be in good shape. Clement says, congratulations to Arsenal. The journey was not easy. It definitely wasn't a joke at all. Precious Sancho Colo, thanks. Then Chisembo Bernard, I'm a proud Arsenal fan. Guys, smash the like button to 300. Wow. Being honest, all right. Congratulations. Many of you are really sending congratulations messages in here for you. And I think it's high time we call this off. That is it. But Arsenal are the Premier League champions of 2025, 2026. Photos are really outside there, and the entire staff of Arsenal is jubilating and celebrating. Obviously, Arsenal players celebrate Premier League title. It's all over the place, and I tell you, it's really great news for Arsenal fans all over the world to see them really win. And Emirates outside, it has gone ahead to go crazy as Arsenal fans are celebrating what they've been waiting for all this time long. They are the champions. They are everything. And indeed, they were waiting eagerly to see how things really unfold, and they're holding their phones, and they went into celebrations in there for you. And we've been told Arsenal have become Premier League champions for the first time in 22 years and the fourth time in their history. They've only lifted the Premier League 4 times. They first won it 1997, 1998, 2001, 2002 season, 2003, 2004 season, 2025, 2026. Indeed, Arsenal have gone ahead to deserve this, and indeed, they are the deserved champions of the Premier League fully. Pepper said, I'm fine now. Is the moment with the chairman to talk. After that, we will see what happens. Next season, we will be back. City will be back. We will be competing to the end in the competitions, you know. So, Pep is like, they'll be back. Now, Pep has gone ahead to congratulate Mikel Arteta, you get? And he said, I need to congratulate Arsenal, Mikel, and the backroom staff, the fans for the Premier League, which they deserved. I would love to have arrived in the last moment. Today, the fatigue was there. Bournemouth had 12 days to prepare. The impact from the fresh players was not good enough. We fought a lot and we prepare next season. With the club, I always talk, but not now. The first thing you should understand, I have to talk with the chairman first. We will talk in the next few days. First, we have to talk with the chairman what we have to do. So, Pep has congratulated the man himself obviously, Mikel Arteta. And by the way, I think he's proud of him. One thing you need to know about Mikel Arteta, before he even came in through, before he even started to be Pep Guardiola's assistant at Man City, when Pep was going to be playing a Premier League team in the Champions League, he used to tell Mikel Arteta, while he was still a player at Arsenal, to obviously give him a match analysis, to break down the opponents they're obviously going to be facing, because Arteta had been in the Premier League for very many years as an Everton captain and now at Arsenal. So he knew how the likes of Arsene Wenger would obviously prepare for opponents that Pep was supposed to meet in the Champions League, and he did the job very well. So they are friends, and when he came in through at Man City, he told him, now, there is nothing you're still doing at Arsenal. Come start your managerial career as an assistant, as an analyst, and he got everything right. So that is Pep Guardiola for you. I just love it that Pep has gone ahead to obviously do the needful and really congratulate Arteta, and Arsenal is indeed the right team to obviously call the champions. They deserve it. They've worked hard. I really, the biggest winner of all this that many are not looking at is Gabriel Jesus. That is it. Gabriel Jesus came in through in the summer of 2022. When he came in through at the club known as Arsenal, do you know what happened? He asked the players, what are your ambitions this season? They said, the Xhakas, the Pates, the Gabriel Magalhaes, because they were the senior players there. They told him, we want to go to the Champions League. Jesus told them, I don't play for positions. I play for titles. And he's like, let's go for the title. And indeed, they went hard for the title. And you saw to it that I think in the last 7 games of the season, that's when they fell off because of injuries and so on and so forth. So Gabriel Jesus, to me, is the biggest winner, because it would have gone ahead to pain him a lot leaving Arsenal when he has not lifted a Premier League. You understand? He was the brainchild of this. He bared this dream. Even when the entire board of Arsenal and the players and the manager never saw it possible, Jesus came in through and told them, we can lift the league. Motivation started in 2022, and here we come in 2026. And guess who are the champions of the Premier League? It's Arsenal. So for me, the biggest winner is Gabriel Jesus. He brought what we call the mentality change, pure mental change. And indeed, he has gone ahead to serve them the best of memories. And indeed, that is how things are really happening in there for you. So, Rokani David remains my name. I don't know what you want to tell me, but I feel like I should end this live, Please, brother, broadcast the parade. I'm from South Africa and I can't come to London. No, the parade is not yet there. That is it. The parade is not yet there. Let me try to show you something here. Let me try to show you what is happening at the Emirates, outside Emirates, right? A little bit. Let me show you a snippet of what is happening at the Emirates. All right. Let me try to show you what is happening at the Emirates. Let me show you what is happening outside Emirates. All right. I need something else here. So let me try to get you a clear. All right. Let me cut this out and really take it here. Where are you, please? All right. Let me copy this and let me drop it here, because I want to show you exactly what is happening. Paste as reference. All right. So here we come to show you what is happening outside the Emirates Stadium. Indeed, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. So that's what's happening outside the Emirates. That's what is happening outside Emirates. Fans, tens of thousands of fans are outside the Emirates. That is it. So that is the power of coming in through and obviously winning a big trophy. You understand? That is the power of winning a big trophy in there for you. So those are the scenes outside the Emirates right now, as you see it there. So people are celebrating, and Arsenal are the champions of the league in there for you. So congratulations to the club of Arsenal. Now, let's obviously try to take you through how the Arsenal players waited for the referee to blow the last whistle, you know. All right. This is one of the scenes that you need to obviously see. Oh my God. Why is it doing this to me? So, guys, you've seen what is happening at the Emirates, right? What else do you want to see? You know? What else do you want to see? Moments. Players are celebrating. Arsenal fans are all over the place. And I don't think that there is trading tomorrow. There is no trading tomorrow. I think the manager is obviously going to give them like 1 or 2 days off and obviously prepare for what we call the moment. You know, that beautiful moment of Arsenal players to really prepare for the game on Sunday. And because today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they train and they prepare for the beautiful game. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. You know, many of you have gone ahead, obviously coming through and with the info, you know, and Arsenal are the champions of the Premier League season 2025-2026. I'm out. Bye-bye.